Look, it's unknown at this stage who will end up being the buyer of the Rex Group.
But is it one of them? What can you tell us about who is in the mix right now?
Look, as you'd expect in a sales process, people become party to non-disclosure agreements while we walk through that process. So we can't at this stage describe the individuals or groups that are involved. But as I say, there are a large number involved already, and that process is underway.
You're on the record as saying you hope the administration program will last no longer than 5 weeks. Will a buyer be confirmed in that time?
Look, I mean, at the outset of the administration, our goal has been to achieve the voluntary administration in as short a possible time as we can. That continues to be our goal.
What does that mean? What time frame are we looking at for the sale to be executed?
Look, I mean, the process is underway, and I expect that we'll see significant outcomes in the coming weeks. Whether or not that means that our creditors meeting in the first week of September or shortly thereafter, I can't 100% confirm at this stage, but we are absolutely working towards doing it in the shortest possible time frame we can.
Is the sale of the business likely to be dependent on a government bailout?
Look, the business is being put forward as a Rex for the future, and buyers will look at that as they see fit. We
Does
think that there
yes?
is a strong regional network. I think any questions as to what support the government might give are best put to the government, but they are continuing to have an open dialogue with us around the administration, as you'd expect, given its significance.
Are administrators lobbying for a bailout?
No, the administrators are welcoming of support from all parties as we walk through this process with the people, the stakeholders of Rex. But I can't comment on what that support might look like.
You are trying to reassure regional passengers that they are indeed safe to book flights on Rex right now. How important do you believe a federal government bailout is to customers? Would it be looked at as a de facto guarantee of viability?
Look, we are absolutely saying to customers they should book on Rex with confidence. As you can see, since we were appointed, the regional network has operated without a fault, and that's through a lot of hard work by the team here at Rex. There's been more than 20,000 passengers in the first week of the voluntary administration alone. So clearly the business is functioning and doing exactly what it needs to do, getting passengers from all around the country to where they need to be in the regions.
Are administrators any closer to determining why the airline accrued so much debt?
Sure. So, as you'd expect, our investigations are ongoing there, and we'll be reporting to creditors ahead of the second meeting with our findings. But some preliminary observations are very much around this access to pilots, supply chain issues around engine parts in particular, and also the load factors on the 737 city domestic trunk route services.
There's been a lot of speculation about cheap short-term leases on 737s that once expired became a lot more expensive. Is that also a factor?
But we'll certainly be looking at the cost base of the business. I can't comment on this precise lease cost at this stage. We'll be looking into all of that in the coming weeks.
The second creditors meeting is expected within weeks. What new information will you be able to provide creditors then?
So ahead of that creditors meeting, we'll be releasing a report that will set out the assets and liabilities of each of the entities in the administration and any claims that we think may exist in the event the company were to proceed down a pathway other than deed of company arrangement. And it'll also set out what is the outcome of the sales process and our recommendation.
Sam Freeman, thank you.
Thanks for having me.